Hey, this is Eli, aka Devoted Day Trader. I'm doing the weekly review for the second week of March trading, and I'm doing the review today on Friday, which is March the 13th. I traded AMU, which resulted in a 3% gain on my account, and I had one loser on BABA, which resulted in a 1% loss. So today I netted 2% gain on the day. This week was an interesting week. It was very volatile. I traded Bank of America, AMD, ROKU, DKS, Apple, AMD. So let's get to the trades. We'll start with today's trade since the screen is up, and we'll start with BABA actually, which was the last trade that I took today. So on BABA, I was stopped out pretty much. I was trying to buy this move up after it sold off to the 20 EMA, and yesterday's high, it looked like it found support, and we had two inside pattern, which is a bullish pattern. So once I saw that there was no continuation on this bear trending bar, I reasoned that this could potentially be a climatic bar, and I went long, and I was stopped out. So that was on BABA, and I did have a great trade on AMU. So on AMU, the same thing as the BABA play that didn't work out, but it worked on AMU Micron Technology. It sold off to the 20 EMA. I saw these two inside bars, and I went long at 40.27 with my stop, this line right here, which is pre-market low, and it went in my direction, and I made my 3% on this ticker MU. So I'm pretty happy with this trade, but not so happy with the BABA trade. I guess I could have gone short, but yeah, you never know if the support is going to hold or not. In this case, it did not hold, and I was stopped out, but it comes with the territory. Nothing I could do about that. So now let's go to the beginning of the week. On Monday, March 9th, I traded AMD and Bank of America. AMD resulted in a loss. I went long here after this bullish move up, and we made this inside pattern. So move up, inside bar, inside bar, inside bar. So we had three inside bars. We are essentially forming a triangle, which is a bullish indication, and we were at pre-market high. So I went long. It did go in my direction. It missed my profit. Let me see. I went long at 44.96. And it missed my profit target literally by 6 cents. My profit target was here because my stop was here. My profit target is 3 times my risk. It missed my profit target by about 6 cents, and I was stopped out. So this was frustrating. And then I traded Bank of America was my next trade, and on Bank of America BAC, the same setup as the AMD setup, and I was stopped out. Essentially, we had this bullish move up, inside bar, so I went long, and I was hoping that it would get to pre-market high, this line right here, and also the 20 EMA, but I was stopped out. So that was unfortunate. On Tuesday, I placed two trades. the first one was on DKS, and on DKS it was a short. It gapped up on earnings, but the second bar reversed the gap up, and I was looking for a bear trend day. And once we made a new 5-minute low here, I went short with my stop right here. I thought it could realistically get to this dash line right here, which is previous closing price and the 200 moving average, and it hit my target. It did test my entry after it went in my direction many times, but I stuck with the plan. I stuck with the plan. I did not move my stop. My stop was here. I was risking 1%, and if I get stopped out, I get stopped out. And if I make my 3%, I make my 3% on the name, and I hit my target here. So that was DKS. On that day, I did place a trade on ROKU, which resulted in me getting stopped out. ROKU had gapped up, and I was looking for this, well, this inside play. So we had a bear trending bar, and we made an inside bar. We made another inside bar, and I went long. And I knew that the 20 EMA could potentially act as resistance, and I was stopped out. In hindsight, I shouldn't have taken this trade because this dash line is previous closing price, and the stock didn't test previous closing price yet, and I knew that was a possibility, but I pulled the trigger too early, and I was stopped out. And yeah, so that was on Tuesday. On Wednesday, I traded Apple twice, and they were both losers. I stopped out on both. So on Apple, I went short here. Here we had this 200 support. In hindsight, maybe I shouldn't have gone short here, but I thought we were gonna penetrate, because it penetrated the 200 once, twice, and it didn't push higher. So I did not think the 200 was strong support, and I was right because it never moved higher. It stopped me out, but then it sold off. So the first trade on this was I went short, got stopped out, and then I flipped my position thinking that the support here is going to hold, and I went long, and I was stopped out, and I called it a day. Each stab or each trade resulted in a 1% loss, so I lost 2% on this day. On Thursday, March 12th, yesterday, I traded AMD twice, and AMD was extremely volatile, and I went long here, but I was stopped out. After it stopped me out, it continued moving higher. I went long here, and it dropped, and I was stopped out. So that was the trade on AMD, which resulted in a 2% loss for the day. And I already talked about today's trades on BABA, which was a loser, and AMU, which was a winner. So I'm ending the week with a 2% loss, and it's definitely frustrating. I'm not feeling this volatility that we're having right now. It's too volatile for me. But the good news is I'm sticking with the plan. I'm not making emotional trades. This entire week I stuck with the plan, placed only 2 trades, I only risked 1% of my account, and I took profit after a 3% gain. I know that the market is selling off and a lot of people are losing a lot of money, and there are some traders, day traders, who are making a lot of money, but I am not one of them this week because I lost 2% of my account this week, but it's okay. We still have two more weeks to end, to make a comeback. Last week I netted 4%. This week I lost 2%, so I'm up 2% in my account for the month of March. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to comment below, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.